Hello everyone, Adrienne here. So today I have another very exciting music review. Now, yes, I know I'm going to get a lot of trolly comments down below saying,
"Oh, industrial music, it's not goth."
But I consider it cohesive with the content related to my music reviews that I have done over the course of the past, I want to say 9 months or so. Yeah. Because I find industrial music and goth music to be cohesive and intertwined, I felt it was important to include it in my channel. So I was contacted by the musician behind an industrial band called Xitan, and he was wondering if I was interested in reviewing his album on my YouTube channel. Now, because I believe in supporting musicians within my subculture instead of sitting in a corner pouting and moaning about how goth and industrial is dead, I like to contribute to the subculture and support the musicians within it, whether they have been around for a while or they are up and coming. In this case, this particular artist is up and coming. So one thing I really want to emphasize, and something I've kind of reiterated a couple of times in the last few reviews that I've done, I am not okay with a lot of the toxic messages that I have seen some other YouTubers put forth. And that message is that goth is dead, or industrial is dead, industrial's disappeared, goth has disappeared, everything that's coming out is not real, everything that's coming out is just a ripoff. You know, I'm not okay with that. So to that kind of toxic mentality, I really just want to say,
blow it out your ass! 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 Blow it out your ass!
And I want to support the musicians. I'm not going to be a hypocritical, crotchety little shit and pout in the corner about how goth is dead and industrial is dead. I'm not going to do that. Sean is the musician behind Xitan, and the way he described it to me was industrial music with a touch of metal and occult themes, and the way he described it to me, that's definitely something that I could get behind. Now, I know one thing that I have done in my previous music reviews is kind of break it down track by track, but in this particular case, with this album called Missa Tenebris by Xitan, I do want to be a little more comprehensive instead of focusing on each individual little track, because I found that there were a lot of overlapping elements and I found there was a bit of a pattern. Not that the pattern was bad, I just don't want to be redundant in giving this review. So in the way that I would describe this album, yes, I would definitely say it's industrial, and I would definitely say it doesn't really have so much a touch of metal in it as it does a kind of symphonic overtone, if that makes any sense. So if you think of the kind of orchestrations that come with symphonic metal, those kinds of things are applied here to this particular musical structure, and I really enjoy that. So one thing that I really enjoyed about this album is that it opened up kind of like an overture for an opera, kind of. So it opened up with very atmospheric kind of textures, tolling bells and pipe organs and Gregorian chants, and it really creates this atmosphere of kind of being within a cathedral, like an ancient fallen cathedral, and the souls that have passed on have kind of taken up residence again in order to haunt you. And I really like that feeling. Now, I really like that the next few tracks are definitely aggressive industrial and very dancey, very seductive, very heavy. And I love that it still maintains that really nice balance between the aggressive and hardcore kind of industrial feel, along with this kind of symphonic vibe or symphonic influence that it is having on the music as a whole. So because there's a really nice balance with that, I really like that, and I really think that's unique. So this, of course, being new, as I really love 90s industrial, whew, this was a lovely surprise. Now, within this album, there are interludes that have more of an atmospheric vibe more than a kind of dancey industrial kind of vibe. So it focuses on the pipe organs and the orchestral elements and tolling bells, and some choirs are thrown in there as well. So I really like the way that Sean has shaken things up with this album. He doesn't keep it entirely the same, but at the same time, he does allow a kind of progression with the album. It's very natural. So with each song, as it ends, it kind of transitions very nicely into the next track, but it does so in a way where you don't feel like you're just listening to one giant continuous song. He breaks it up with rhythmic changes, key changes, and certainly the kind of orchestral interludes that I referred to before. And that definitely shakes it up a bit. I'm very pleasantly surprised. Now, another thing that I really loved as far as variety is concerned with this album is that Sean uses both clean vocals and growling vocals. Now, with the clean vocals, oh my god, I have never heard an operatically trained voice on an industrial album before. So if you guys know of any other industrial bands that have an operatically trained singer, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to check out more of that sort of thing. But as far as industrial music as a whole is concerned, this is the first time that I have seen operatic vocals featured in an industrial album. Oh my god, that was such a nice surprise. So you have the operatic vocals on one end, and I will refer to that as the clean vocals, and then you have the growling vocals that you would commonly associate with kind of heavier, more aggressive industrial music, as well as some symphonic metal and black metal music, of course, that everyone is used to. So because of the different takes that he has with both his singing voice as well as the instrumentation and the orchestrations that he uses, the way that he shifts the balance, and the way that he breaks up the heavy, dancey, industrial songs with orchestral kind of interludes, this was very impressive. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So overall, I really did enjoy this album as something from the industrial genre. I liked the dark themes to it, I really liked the instrumentation and the melodic and chord progressions, I really loved the choirs and pipe organ and the tolling bells, and that's something you very seldom hear in industrial music, and that's why it impressed me so much. While I will say that the lyrics in theme were indeed occult themed, I would say that they leaned more toward the kind of satanic kind of persuasion. So lots of blasphemous recitations of prayers often said in Catholic Mass, lots of references to demons. It was still very intriguing. So if you're looking for something to really shake up your industrial music collection, or if you are a fan of symphonic metal, or if you just need a new heavy kind of aggressive music to dance to and kind of immerse yourself into, this is definitely for you. So guys, I will have Xitan's links all listed in the description below for you to check out. They are on Instagram and they are here on YouTube, where they do have several music videos for you to check out, and I sincerely hope you do, and I really hope that you do enjoy what you go listen to. I gotta say, I'm really taken aback by some of the toxic attitudes that I've seen toward the goth industrial subcultures, and especially the goth subculture, but I really want to get people away from that toxic mentality that real goth is dead or real industrial is dead. If there are new artists coming out with new music that is cohesive with the evolution of goth and industrial music, I want that to be supported and I want that to continue. And if there are artists from the 80s and 90s that are still making music, I want to support them and I want to help them keep going, because this is something that they've worked very hard for many years. So when I hear people say nothing that's coming out is good, or nothing that's coming out now is genuine, or that whatever goth music coming out is hipster shit. I'd like to see you tell that to the face of Monica Richards, or Ashton Knight of The Awakening, or, you know, Clan of Zymox, and see how they feel about that.
Blow it out your ass!
Because I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of it. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will be doing something else music related very, very soon, and as soon as I get my voice back from my allergies, I will be making a contribution to the Project Goth playlist tag so that I can slip in a little surprise in there, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And I also have a couple of product reviews coming up from independent creators that I think you guys will really appreciate, and I really hope that you guys will support, because they work very hard and their work is very good. Very good. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, leave a comment down below telling me what you think of Xitan, and what you think of the state of goth and industrial in today's world now. I'm sincerely hoping that toxic attitude will go away and there will be a genuine resurgence. And I will see you guys later. Bye.
Satan will